Studies show that the most effective way to keep yourself healthy is to wash your hands. That's right. Rather than waste your time disinfecting all kinds of surfaces, just wash your hands. It'll keep you healthy. So this week, what I wanted to do was teach you how to make 3 recipes at home using upcycled bottles and products you already have. We're going to make a liquid hand soap, a foaming hand soap, my personal favorite, and a hand sanitizer. So you can take it around with you in case you can't wash your hands. So stick around and we'll make those recipes. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel and give this video a thumbs up if you like DIY recipes. Let's get started with liquid hand soap. We'll take our clean soap pump and we'll add a ½ cup of water to that. It's important that you do this first, that way your soap doesn't start foaming like crazy. And then to that, I'm going to add a ½ cup of castile soap, 1 teaspoon or 5 capsules poked and squeezed of vitamin E oil. Then I'll add a tablespoon of a nourishing oil like sweet almond or jojoba oil. And I will mix up to 25 drops of essential oil. This is where you can kind of have fun with it. There are a couple of cool ways you can trick out your soap, especially if it's for young kids or guests. You can not only change out the scent by changing out the essential oils, but you can also add little toys like little Lego pieces or something else that's seasonally appropriate. And you can also, if you're bold enough, you can add some sparkles to the soap. Especially for little girls, they would love that soap. And nothing will get them wanting to wash their hands more than putting the sparkles on their hands. Next up is foaming hand soap, which is my personal favorite. If you haven't had the experience of using foaming hand soap, it's kind of like pumping a little cloud or a little bit of whipped cream into your hand. It's so nice. I love using it. Now, the important thing is that you use an actual foaming hand soap pump. A regular soap pump will not work for this. And the recipe is essentially the same ingredients as what we used for the liquid hand soap. It's just different proportions. Add 1½ cups of water to your soap pump. If you have distilled water, that's best. Next, add 2 tablespoons of liquid castile soap, then a ½ teaspoon of a nourishing oil like sweet almond oil or jojoba oil. And then you can finish it off with up to 20 dashes of your favorite essential oil or essential oil mix. It's important that you leave about 1 inch between the water level and the actual soap pump mechanism that sits right there in the bottle, or else it can't do its job. So knock the water back if you need to. The soap proportion is totally fine. When all the ingredients are together, seal up the bottle, give it a quick shake, and there is your foaming hand soap. Let's say you're out and about. Guys, that didn't sound as Canadian as you think it did. And you don't have the ability to wash your hands with soap and water. You can always rely upon some hand sanitizer, but if you don't like the idea of using the store-bought product, you can certainly make your own and reuse the little bottle. The recipe is super simple. To my clean, empty bottle, I'm going to add aloe vera gel, rubbing alcohol, sweet almond oil or a nourishing oil, and a few drops of essential oils. Because these bottles come in all different shapes and sizes, we figured we would give you a simple ratio that you can follow and adjust it up or down based on what you need. And that ratio is 2 parts aloe vera to 1 part rubbing alcohol. Now, the essential oil that we're suggesting, you can add that in if you want to have the scent or if you want some of the properties of a certain essential oil. Feel free to add between 5 and 10 drops, totally up to you, or you can leave it out. And the same thing goes for the nourishing oil. It's only there to counter the drying effects of the rubbing alcohol that tends to, dry out your hands. So if you like to, you can add as much or as little as you like, maybe a ½ teaspoon, a teaspoon, or nothing, up to you. Now you have no excuse not to make your own hand cleaning products. You got the recipes, you got the bottles, get to it. And guys, we are in the middle of researching and developing a really cool video all about the importance of hand washing. So we'd like to know, for this week's comment question, please let us know in the comments box below, how many times in an average day do you think you wash your hands? It will really help inform our video. If you want to see what I'm up to during the rest of the week, aside from finding different ways to wash my hands, you can find me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'm at Melissa Maker, the guy who loves saying the word jojoba.
Jojoba!
He is at the Chad Reynolds, and we are at clean my space. There's a button down there that lets me know you care, so click it if you liked this video, and click this button right here to subscribe and begin your journey to a cleaner life. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Well, it's that special time of the week where I get to throw you to a couple of other videos I think you're going to love. And since we're on the topic of DIYing stuff, actually, these have nothing to do with that topic, but they're really great videos. The first one over here is 7 ways to make your home smell great. These are awesome tricks. We use a lot of them here, and our house smells miraculous. And the other video over there is 5 habits to keep a cleaner home. Cleaning is all about building and creating habits, so if you need some motivation, check that one out. If you haven't done so, you should really visit our website. It's cleanmyspace.com. You can also find the sign-up page for our newsletter. It's called The Dirty Dish. It comes once a month. It's absolutely free, and it's full of tips you won't see anywhere else. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you next week.